Today, we're talking about a big change in the real estate world that could impact how you buy a home. Let's get started. Hi, everyone. I'm Julie Abel with Estes Park Living and Signature Home Team. Welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, thanks for joining us. We share insights about the real estate market in Northern Colorado in Estes Park and give you a glimpse into what it's like to live in one of the most beautiful places on the planet. You may have heard about the recent settlement involving the National Association of Realtors. But what does it actually mean for you as a buyer? More importantly, what does it mean for you working with a buyer's agent like us? Let's break that down. For years, real estate compensations followed a simple structure. When a seller listed their home, they typically agreed to pay a commission that was split between the listing agent, who represents the seller, and the buyer's agent, who represents you, the buyer. This meant that as a buyer, you didn't have to pay your agent directly. Compensation was already built into the deal. But with this new settlement, that structure has changed. Sellers are no longer required to offer compensation to a buyer's agent. Some will, but others may not. That means that in some cases, you as the buyer may need to pay your agent directly. This is a major shift in how real estate transactions have worked, and it's important to understand what it means for your home search. So how does this affect you? You may be responsible for paying for your buyer's agent. Before we start looking at homes together, we'll discuss how my compensation is handled, especially if you fall in love with a home where the seller isn't offering compensation. After we go over those details, you'll sign a buyer's agreement. In the past, buyers could casually tour homes with an agent without a formal agreement, and that's no longer the case. Before we start working together, we'll need a signed agreement outlining my role, the services I'll provide you, and how I get paid. This ensures transparency and protects both you and me. Because of these changes, you might need to factor in agent fees into your home buying budget. If the seller isn't covering my compensation, we'll need to plan for how that fits into your financial picture. But don't worry, we'll go over all of this up front so there are no surprises. If you've worked with me in the past, you know I always expect a buyer's agency agreement with my clients anyway, so this really hasn't been a change for our team or how I work with my buyers. Let's talk about how buyer's agents get paid now under this new system. If the seller offers compensation, nothing changes. I can still be paid through the seller's listing or directly from the seller just like before. But in some cases, compensation may become part of the negotiation process. We might structure my fee into the asking offer, asking the seller to contribute towards my compensation. But if no compensation is offered, you may need to pay me directly. In this case, we'll discuss my fee up front so that you know exactly what to expect and can plan accordingly. What does this mean for your home search? Well, we'll discuss everything up front before we tour homes, and we'll have a clear agreement in place so that you know exactly how compensation works. Second, compensation will vary by property. Some sellers still offer a buyer's agent compensation while others won't. We'll check the details for every home you're interested in so you know exactly what to expect. And finally, if the seller isn't offering compensation, we'll need to negotiate that as part of your offer or plan for an alternative arrangement. At the end of the day, my goal remains the same: to help you find the right home and be your guide through the process with confidence. These changes might feel like a big shift, but I'm here to walk you through them every step of the way. If you're thinking about buying a home, let's set up a time to talk. We'll go over what this means for you and how we can work together, and make sure to have a plan in place. I already have been doing this now for multiple months under this new system, and so I am excited about helping you strategically and being your guide in this new process. So what's your next step? Give me a call, send me a message, or visit our website. I'd love to help you navigate this new landscape and find the perfect home for you in Northern Colorado. Until next time, bye.